So it was a really nice morning, and my friend invited me to come up and go to an exclusive car show that I went to last year with my brother. And this car show is up in a little town, and they have it at the fire station, and they have a pancake breakfast for everybody, and it's just for the community. But since I used to live up that way, they invited me to go, so I invited a friend of mine who has a 35th anniversary Mustang GT, and we went up together. This scenery reminds me of when I used to drive my red '04 Mustang Mach 1 up here. So I daily drove this torch red Mach 1, and I put a lot of miles on it on this highway, and it was just the way home. So it was always fun to have this car, and I enjoyed every minute of driving it up this way. And so it reminds me of it every time I come here. So we had a detour because they had a bicycle race going on through here. So this is my friend's Mustang GT. It's a Gen 3 Coyote, and he had the black Bullitt Mustang that you may have seen the video about that was in the flood, and that's how we met up here. I'll post the link to this story I have about the car, but that's basically how we met in this little community. There was a 100-year flood that never ever would have happened, but it just happened, and it took out the Bullitt in that flood, unfortunately, and it went to the salvage auction. But cool cars here. There was my Bullitt, my friend's 35th anniversary GT, and that is a true 35th anniversary package car. This Z06 was here last year. Very nice looking car. Same generation as our cars here, BMW. And we have a Corvette, and one of the owners here has several cars that are in the show. This GTO as well, I believe that was his car as well. And so some more classic cars. I really like the 69 Camaro. That's a beautiful car, and I've talked to the owner before. Very nicely optioned. And there's a GTO. I like those GTOs. And a 30s hot rod with a 289 in it. And something cool was one of the guys there at the show came up when he was looking at our cars and said, "Hey, this reminds me of my SVT Cobra Terminator I used to have." And that's just so strange that in such an obscure place in the middle of nowhere, you would come across someone who actually, first of all, knows what an '03 Cobra is, but let alone had one. So that was pretty cool, and he was really nice to talk to. Said he bought it with about 40,000 miles, about doubled the miles, and then sold it. So you don't really meet many people around here who know what a Terminator is or who ever had one, so that was a pretty cool story. I asked him what color it was. He said it was a silver car. So that's pretty cool to know. So here's a little bit of the breakfast. Really nice of them to do that for us. And a nice drive home. So I swapped my Bullitt out for my Blue Mock one up at the other garage, and my friend took a picture of the two cars together, and this picture came out really well. He said, "Man, that looks so good." And I told him it looked like a Ford advertisement, so pretty cool picture there. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and stay tuned for more Mustang content.